Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. That's a weird feedback. Can you hear me though? Can you hear me this time? It's there. Testing, testing. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Let's just double check what's going on here. So basically what happened, I've recently cleaned my PC, and this is what's happening right now. So that should be okay. Is that coming through still? So I had to report everything. I had to report the stuff and putting it in the wrong ports and then figuring it out as the wrong port. Is that low? It's muted. Okay, that should work now. There's a weird feedback. Let's see if it works on this one. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Can you hear the device? Can you hear the computer in the background? Hear you loud and clear. So I recently fixed the PC, and I'll clean the PC, and it is 4. You can only hear me. I've recently cleaned the PC and I've had to report everything. So now, so you can't hear the piece, you can't hear the game, you can't hear nothing. Let's see. We'll start the game and then we're going to listen to music just so you guys can hear it. So while it's playing, we'll try and get it sorted why it's not picking up. Do, do, do. Right, okay. Testing, testing. So you can hear me okay. Got a weird feedback. Is it weird feedback for you guys? Or is it just for me? Testing. Testing. Okay. No feedback for us. Okay, well we got somewhere then. We're getting somewhere. But you can't hear that. You can't hear the game. Can you hear that now?
First, you're to rescue DARPA Chief Donald Anderson and the president of Armstech, Kenneth Baker. Both are being held as hostages. Secondly,
Could be a bit louder.
you're to investigate
You can hear it
whether or
now.
not the terrorists have the ability to make a nuclear strike. Stop
Okay.
them if they do. What's the insertion method? We'll approach the disposal facility by sub.
Could that be louder? Or is that okay for you?
SDV. After the SDV gets as close as it can, dispose of it. From there on, you'll have to swim.
Is that good for you?
High-tech special forces unit.
Is that good for you?
Your former unit. The one that I was a commander of.
Is that good for you?
There are 6 members of Foxhound involved in this terrorist activity.
Let's go. Let's get into the episode. Let's forget all the rest of it. Welcome in, Cage. Welcome in. Can we get a shout out for Cuppy as well? If that's possible. Thank you very much. We got somewhere. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go to the game. Okay, warehouse. Let's go. No shout out for Cupcake. That's rude, isn't it? Sorry, Cupcake. I'll do it in a moment. Oh, there we go. Cage is there. Cage is in there. Okay, so now we're going to try and get this. So what we got up to last time, we're in the warehouse. We're trying to make the keys change different shapes. We need to do different things to change shapes. We need it to be cold, so it changes shape in that and room temperature. But now we need to make it hot. We need to go one place and one place only that will make it hot. What's our key? Where's our key? This is our key. So it's currently, as you can see, cold or blue. But we need to make it hot, so we need to go in one place to make it cooler. Let's make it hot now. Right, I'll be right back. Hold on. I'll be right back. Enjoy your luck, Cuppy. Enjoy your luck, Cuppy. So we've got to run back to the boiler room, or the incinerator area. Incinerating? I can't remember what it's called. Can't remember. It's a hot area anyway. Let's just say that. It's a hot area, Nubby Cake. How you been, Nubby Cakes, anyway? What you up to?
Snake, it's about Naomi Hunter. Then you should talk to the Colonel. He's looking into it. Turn your monitor off. Okay, it's off. No one else can hear us. Go ahead. Sorry, but I didn't want the Colonel to hear. Okay, so what's up? I've got a good friend in the Pentagon. Yeah? He's the one who told me about it. It looks like the DIA recently developed a new type of assassination weapon. An assassination weapon? Snake, have you ever heard of something called Fox Dye? No. Fox Dye. Liquid and the others were talking about it. Yeah. It's some kind of virus that targets specific people. I don't know all the details, but... What are you trying to say? It's too similar. What is? The cause of death. Didn't the ArmsTech president and the DARPA chief, I mean, Decoy Octopus, die of something that looked like a heart attack? Yeah. Well, apparently Fox Dye kills its victims by simulating a heart attack. No. You're telling me that Naomi was behind it? Snake, try to remember. Did Naomi give you some kind of injection? The nanomachines. She was in the best position to have done it, but I don't know what her motive was. Does the Colonel know? I'm not sure. But he still hasn't questioned her. Okay, I'll ask him myself. Colonel, what's new with the Naomi situation?
I just placed Naomi under arrest.
Arrest?
She was sending coded messages towards the Alaskan base. I didn't want to believe it, but she must be working with the terrorists.
Are you sure?
I'm afraid so. She's being interrogated now.
What kind of interrogation?
Well, I'd like to avoid the rough stuff, but we don't even have any sodium pentothal here.
Call me if you find out anything. So it's true, isn't it? Naomi, I can't believe it. That means the Fox Dye vaccine must be around somewhere. Listen, I've got bigger things to worry about.
Yeah.
Snake, you might be infected too, you know. All I can do is leave it up to the Colonel.
That's unfair. Fuck's sake. Yo, Squidge, what's happening, Squidge? Why, iPad? What, I'm in? Welcome out of the shadows. You still smell a smoke. Why do you smell a smoke? Oh, Kung Fu's birthday. So we need that one to be. We need this one to turn hot now because that's room temperature. Got a PS5 stone like mine. I've got built-in fan controller, charger, USB ports, etc. Oh, very nice, very nice. Okay, so that's hot now, but we need to run back with that as is. Need to run all the way back. I bet he was very happy. I bet he was very happy. It's a good gift, Squidge. It's good of you. Oh, that's nice. Mr. Sir Josh, welcome in. Welcome in, mate. Welcome in. So it's still hot at the moment. Mr. Sir Josh.
Snake, can you hear me? It's Naomi.
Naomi? What the hell?
Campbell and the others are busy right now. I'm on a different codec.
Naomi, is what the Colonel says true?
Yes, but not everything I said was a lie.
Who are you?
I don't know myself. I don't know my real name or even what my parents looked like. I bought all my identification. But my reason for getting into genetics was true.
Because you want to know yourself, right?
That's right. I want to know where I came from. My age, my race, anything.
Naomi.
I was found in Rhodesia sometime in the 80s. A dirty little orphan.
Rhodesia? What's now known as Zimbabwe?
Yes. Rhodesia was owned by England until 1965, and there were lots of Indian laborers around. That's probably probably where I got my skin color from, but I'm not even sure about that.
Naomi, you're too worried about the past. Isn't it enough to understand who you are now?
Understand who I am now? Why should I? No one else tries to understand me. I was alone for so long, until I met my big brother. And him.
Her big brother?
Yes. Frank Yeager.
Frank Yeager.
What?
He was a young soldier when he picked me up near the Zambezi River. I was half dead from starvation, and he shared his rations with me. Yes, Frank Yeager. The man who you destroyed was my brother and my only family.
No. Gray Fox?
We survived that hell together, Frank and I.
Mm.
He protected me. He's my one connection. The only connection I have to my past.
And he brought you back to America.
No. I was in Mozambique when he came.
Who was he? You mean Big Boss?
Yes. He brought us to this land of freedom. This America. And then he and my brother went back to Africa to continue the war. And that's when it happened. You killed my benefactor and sent my brother home a cripple. I vowed revenge and joined Foxhound. I knew it was my best chance to meet you, and I prayed for the day that I would.
So, were your prayers answered?
Yes. I waited 2 long years.
To kill me? Is that all you cared about?
Yes. That's right. 2 years. You were all I thought about for 2 long years. Like some kind of twisted obsession.
You still hate me?
Not exactly. I was partly wrong about you.
What about Liquid and the others?
I'll have my revenge on them too.
Naomi, you didn't kill that doctor too, did you? The one that used Gray Fox for his genome experiments?
Dr. Clark? No. That was my brother. Afterwards, I covered it up and helped him hide out.
So that ninja, I mean Gray Fox, he's come here to kill me?
I don't think so. I think he just came here to fight you. I wasn't sure before, but now I think I understand. A final battle with you. That's all he lives for. I'm sure of it.
Fox? No. Naomi, tell me something.
About Fox Die? Fox Die is a type of retrovirus that targets and kills only specific people. First, it infects the macrophages in the victim's body. Fox Die contains smart enzymes created through protein engineering. They're programmed to respond to specific genetic patterns in the cells.
Those enzymes recognize the target's DNA?
Right. They respond by becoming active and using the macrophages. They begin creating TNF-epsilon.
Huh?
It's a type of cytokine, a peptide which causes cells to die. The TNF-epsilon is carried along the bloodstream to the heart, where they attach to the TNF receptors in the heart cells.
And then they cause a heart attack?
The heart cells suffer a shock and undergo an extreme apoptosis. Then, the victim dies.
Apoptosis? You mean the heart cells commit suicide? Naomi,
What?
you must have programmed that thing to kill me too, right? Do I still have time? Naomi, I don't blame you for wanting me dead, but I can't go yet. I still have a job to do.
Listen, Snake. I'm not the one who made the decision to use Fox Die.
Huh? You weren't?
No. You were injected with Fox Die as a part of this operation. I just wanted to let you know that. No, that's not the whole truth.
Huh?
The real thing I wanted to tell you was... Snake,
Hey, what are you doing?
Snake!
more unauthorized transmissions.
What?
Naomi's been removed from this operation.
What happened to Naomi? What did she mean when she said that Fox Die was a part of this operation? Colonel, let me talk to her.
I won't. She's under arrest.
Colonel, you double-crossed me.
Snake, there's no time for that. Right now, your job is to stop Metal Gear. Okay, Snake?
Well, Colonel double-crossed him. That's crazy. There's such long cutscenes in between each of these, between these bits. He's gonna die. Just make sure that that key doesn't look how many guns there are, Squidge. Okay, here we are. You think you came too late? Just in time. You're never too late on the Lemon Seal stream. How's it going, Stubbs? Alright, Stubbs. Alright, that. Shit. Get dead. Okay. Oh, shit. We're dead. We dead. indeed. Aluminum. Here we go. Done. There we go. That should. Okay.
No, why? I deactivated it. Thank you, Snake. Now the detonation code is completed. Nothing can stop Metal Gear now. Master, what's going on? You found the
Who's
key
Master?
and even activated the warhead for us too. I really must express my gratitude. Sorry to have involved you in that silly shape memory alloy business. What are you talking about? We weren't able to learn the DARPA chief's code. Even with Mantis' psychic powers, he couldn't read his mind. Then Ocelot accidentally killed him during the interrogation. In other words, we weren't able to launch the nuclear device, and we were all getting a little worried.
Wow.
Without the threat of a nuclear strike, our demands would never be met. What do you mean? Without the detonation codes, we had to find some other way. That's when we decided you might prove useful, Snake. What? First, I thought we might get the information from you, Snake, so I had Decoy Octopus disguise himself as the DARPA chief. Unfortunately, Octopus didn't survive the encounter, thanks to Fox Die.
You mean you had this plan from the beginning, just to get me to input the detonation code?
Huh? You didn't think you made it this far by yourself, did you?
Who the hell are you?
In any case, the launch preparations are complete. Once the world glimpses the power of this weapon, the White House will have no choice but to surrender the Fox Die vaccine. To me, their ace in the hole is useless now.
Ace in the hole?
The Pentagon's plan to use you was already successful in the torture room. Snake, you're the only one who doesn't know. Ah, poor fool.
Who are you anyway?
I'll tell you everything you want to know. If you come where I am, that is.
Where are you?
Very close by.
Snake, that's not Master Miller.
Campbell, you're too late.
Master Miller's body was just discovered at his home. He's been dead for at least 3 days. I didn't know because my codec link with Master was cut off. But Mei Ling said his transmission signal was coming from inside the base.
So who is it?
Snake, you've been talking to...
Me, dear brother.
Liquid.
Liquid.
You've served your purpose. You may die now.
Plot twist. I can't remember what I've got to do in this situation. Is it blow stuff up? You can tell me if you want to, Cage, because it's been a while. No, that's definitely not. That's definitely what I'm trying not to do. It's very good, Squid. Very good. Very good. Otacon. Right, okay, that's it, that's fine. Thank you.
Snake, that's bulletproof glass. You can't break it with an ordinary weapon. Can't you open the security lock here? I'll try. Just hold on for a minute. I hacked into security. Snake, I'm opening the door.
Oh. Here we go.
Liquid! Snake! Did you like my sunglasses? You'd point a weapon at your own brother?
Why did you disguise yourself as Master?
So I could manipulate you more easily. And you performed quite well, I must say. Although the boys at the Pentagon are probably saying the same thing.
What the hell are you talking about?
Following orders blindly with no questions asked, you've lost your warrior's pride and become nothing more than a pawn, Snake.
What?
Stopping the nuclear launch, rescuing the hostages, it was all just a diversion.
A diversion?
The Pentagon only needed for you to come into contact with us. That's what killed the Armstech president and decoy Octopus.
You don't mean...
That's right. You were sent here to kill us so they could retrieve Metal Gear undamaged, along with the bodies of the Genome soldiers. From the beginning, the Pentagon was just using you as a vector to spread Fox Die.
Fox die? It can't be. Are you telling me Naomi was working with the Pentagon?
They thought she was, but it seems that Dr. Naomi Hunter couldn't be controlled so easily.
What?
We've got a spy working in the Pentagon. He reported that Dr. Hunter altered Fox Die's program just before the operation, but
Wow.
no one knows how or why.
Such a twist. It's a great twist.
Maybe they arrested her so they could find out the answer to that.
No doubt. But I had no idea she was motivated by such petty revenge. We still don't know what changes she made to Fox Die's program. Oh well, it doesn't matter. I've already added the Fox Die vaccine to my list of White House demands.
There's a vaccine.
There must be, but that woman is the only one who really knows. Anyway, it might prove to be unnecessary.
Why's that?
You were successful in coming into contact with all of us, so we must have all been exposed to the virus. It's true that the Armstech president and decoy Octopus were killed by Fox Die, but Ocelot, myself, and you, the carrier, were apparently unaffected.
A bug in the virus's programming?
Could be. In any case, if it doesn't kill you, then I'm not worried either. After all, our genetic code is identical.
So it's true. You and I are...
Yes, twins. But we're not ordinary twins. We're twins linked by cursed genes. Les enfants terribles. You're fine. You got all the old man's dominant genes. I got the flawed recessive genes. Everything was done so that you would be the greatest of his children. The only reason I exist is so they could create you.
I was the favorite, huh?
That's right. I'm just the leftovers of what they used to make you. Can you understand what it's like to know that you're garbage since the day you were born? But I'm the one Father chose.
So that's why you're so obsessed with Big Boss. Some warped kind of love.
Love?
It's so weird.
It's hate! He always told me I was inferior, and now I'll have my revenge! You should understand me, brother. You killed our father with your own hands!
You did.
Stole my chance for revenge! Now now I'll finish the work that Father began. I will
That was in the
surpass
2D
him.
game.
I will destroy him.
If you remember us playing Metal
Well, I'm
Gear.
not like you. Unlike you, I'm proud of the destiny that is encoded into my very genes. Yeah. Snake, your blood will be the first to be spilled by this glorious new weapon. Consider it an honor, a gift from your brother. Now I'll show you the power of the weapon that will lead us in the 21st century. It's moving. How do I stop it?
Well, do you remember in the 2D game when we killed Big Boss? It was in that room where we had to get into the other rooms with the spray can and fire. Blow it up. That was our dad, but it wasn't actually our dad with a mum. It was genetics. Same as yeah. Oh, we got to fight it. You okay, Mum? Okay, let's go.
Snake, Rex's armor is impregnable. You can't do any damage with the weapons you've got. Rex uses the latest advances in compound armor. The only way you can pierce it is with a high-performance heat round.
So what do I do?
Rex's pilot seat operates exactly like a VR system. It's got multiple sensors connected to a high-tech interface used for the controls. It's completely self-enclosed and shut off from the outside environment.
He's not using his naked eyes?
That's right. So if you could somehow destroy the sensors, do you see that round plate on Rex's left arm?
Yeah, that thing that looks like a shield.
That's a radome. If you can destroy that thing, it won't be able to use its electronic equipment.
So he'll be blinded.
Yeah, try to hit that radome with a Stinger missile.
So that will stop it?
No, Rex was designed so it can be controlled manually too.
Oh, great.
The part that looks like a beak is where the pilot seat is. In an emergency, it'll open up. Rex's armor is perfect. You can't destroy it.
You told me that already.
But the interior is a different story.
I get it. First I destroy the radome. That will force him to open up the pilot's seat.
Right. If you can shoot a Stinger missile into the cockpit, you'll destroy the computer control system.
You intentionally designed it with a weak point?
It's not a weak point. I like to think of it as a character flaw. People just aren't complete without some type of character flaw, don't you think?
So Otacon made Metal
I owe
Gear.
you one, Otacon.
He designed it. Let's go. Let's go.
Did that do it?
Nice try, Snake! Die!
Hurry! Get away! Great Fox. The name from long ago. It sounds better than Deep Throat. So it is you. You look terrible, Snake. You haven't aged well.
Let's go. Some shot.
Fox, why? What do you want from me? I am a prisoner of death. Only you can free me. Fox, stay out of this. What about Naomi? She's hell-bent on taking revenge for you. Naomi? You're the only one who can stop her. No, I can't. Why? Because I'm the one who killed her parents. I was young then, and couldn't bring myself to kill her too. I felt so bad that I decided to take her with me. I raised her like she was my own blood to soothe my guilty conscience. Even now, she thinks of me as her brother. Fox, from the outside, we might have seemed like a happy brother and sister, but every time I looked at her, I saw her parents' eyes staring back at me. Tell her for me. Tell her that I was the one who did it.
There you are!
We're just about out of time. Here's a final present from Deep Throat. I'll stop it from moving. Fox!
Oh, he's lost an arm.
In the Middle East, we don't hunt foxes, we hunt jackals. Instead of foxhounds, we use royal harriers.
Fox!
How strong is that exoskeleton of yours? Snake, are you just going to sit by and watch him die?
Cornered Fox is more dangerous than a jackal. He destroyed the radar.
Impressive! You are indeed worthy of the code name Fox, but now you're finished!
No! Fire the stinger!
Fox, can you really shoot? You'll kill him too!
Now! In front of you, it's no good. I can't do it. After Zanzibar, I was taken from the battle. Neither truly alive, nor truly dead. An undying shadow. It's no good. In a world can't do it. But soon, it will finally end. Snake, we're not tools of the government or anyone else. Fighting was the only thing I was good at. But at least I always fought for what I believed in. Snake, farewell.
Crushed him.
Foolish man! He prayed
and it found him. You see, you can't protect anyone, not even yourself. Die!
Wow. We too got crushed.
Snake, what happened? Snake! Snake!
Snake, Rex.
We beat the first phase. First try. It's the second phase now. Shit. I should be taking damage. I'm not taking any damage yet. Let's keep going. Damn. I'm crushed.
Snake! What happened? Snake! Snake!
Snake.
I ran straight under its foot. That's crazy. God damn. There we go. Yo, Big Hard Wolf, can I get a shout out for Big Bad Hard Wolf, please? Yo, welcome in. God damn, that fucking ray. That ray gun. I don't know how it misses. I don't know how it misses. There we go. So we can cut this now.
Now, in front of you, I can finally die. After ransom,
We can't do it.
I was taken from
We
the
can't do it.
neither truly alive nor truly dead.
How you been, Big Hard Wolf?
Dying
How you been?
in a world of light. But soon it will finally end.
ray gun is crazy. Okay, so halfway down in the second phase is not bad. Could do that a lot cleaner, I feel. Oh, I will. You played this before? Big Old Wolf? Don't know how it goes through it. Don't know how it misses. Okay, not bad. With over 50 clears on it, really? Jeez. Man, that's a lot. I didn't play this when I was younger. I didn't play Metal Gear Solid 1. I played Metal Gear Solid 2, sorry. Sorry, cut that scene. I've seen it already.
In front of you, I can finally die. After Zanzibar,
Good. I can't do it.
taken
No,
from the battle,
can't do it.
neither truly alive nor truly dead. An undying shadow in a world of light. But soon it will finally end.
Yes, there is. Oh, I know why.
Snake, we're not tools of the government or anyone else. Fighting was the only
Yeah.
the only thing I was good at.
I've played this once before.
At least I always fought
We did
for
a
what I
different
believed
ending.
in.
But I'm going for the different ending this time. Oh my god, really? Can't get off the floor. Oh my god. I'm not in a terrible position. Fuck that ray gun. Got it. Let's go.
Snake, I'll crush you into dust.
Get wrecked. I think I know what happens. I think I know, but I don't want to say anything in case someone else in chat hasn't played it. Do you know what I mean? But I've got an idea. Get wrecked. Get wrecked, Metal Gear. Yeah.
Sleeping late as usual. Hey, Snake.
Liquid, you're still alive.
I won't die as long as you still live.
Too bad. It looks like your revolution was a failure.
Just because you've destroyed Metal Gear doesn't mean I'm done fighting.
Fighting? What are you really after?
A world where warriors like us are honored as we once were. As
What
we
we,
should
where are we?
That was Big Boss's fantasy.
It was his dying wish. When he was young, during the Cold War, the world needed men like us. We were valued then. We were desired. But things are different now. With all the lies and hypocrites running the world, war isn't what it used to be. We're losing our place in a world that no longer needs us. A world that now spurns our very existence. You should know that as well as I do. After I launch this weapon and get our $1 billion, we'll be able to bring chaos and honor back to this world gone soft. Conflict will breed conflict. New hatreds will arise. Then, we'll steadily expand our sphere of influence.
But as long as there are people, there will always be war.
But the problem is balance. Father knew what type of a balance was best.
Is that the only reason?
Isn't it reason enough for warriors such as us?
I don't want that kind of world.
Ha! You lie. So why are you here then? Why do you continue to follow your orders while your superiors betray you? Why did you come here? Well, I'll tell you then. You joy of the killing. That's
What?
Are you denying it? Haven't you already killed most of my comrades?
That was...
I watched your face when you did it. It was filled with the joy that
You're wrong.
there's a killer inside you. You don't have to deny it. We were created to be that way.
Have at you, Snake.
Les Enfants Terribles, the terrible children. That's what the project was called. It started in the 1970s. Their plan was to artificially create the most powerful soldier possible. The person that they chose as the model was the man known then as the greatest living soldier in the world. Big Boss. But Father was wounded in combat and already in a coma when they brought him in. So they created us from his cells, with a combination of 20th century analog cloning and the super baby method.
Super baby method.
They fertilized an egg with one of Father's cells, and then let it divide into 8 clone babies. Then they transferred the clones to someone's uterus, and later intentionally aborted 6 of the fetuses to encourage strong fetal growth. You and I were originally octuplets.
Octuplets?
Yes. The other 6 of our brothers were sacrificed to make us. We were accomplices in murder before the day we were even born. So it was you and I, 2 fertilized eggs with exactly the same DNA. But they weren't
Such a twist. Such a
They
twist.
used me as a guinea pig to create a phenotype in which all of the dominant genes were expressed. To create you. I got all of the recessive genes. You took everything from me before I was even born. But you and I aren't his only children.
What?
The Genome Soldiers. They too are his progeny, carrying on his genetic legacy. But they're different. They're digital. With the completion of the Human Genome Project, the mysteries of humanity were laid bare. Thanks to Father's DNA, they were able to identify more than 60 soldier genes responsible for everything from strategic thinking to the proverbial killer instinct. Those soldier genes were transplanted into the members of the next generation special forces. That's how they became the Genome Soldiers. That's right. The Genome Soldiers that you've been killing are our brothers, with the same genes as ours.
The Genome Soldiers?
That's right. They are our brothers, created artificially through the alignment of nucleotides to mimic our father's genes. They too are the product of numerous sacrifices.
Sacrifices?
Human experiments! 1991, the Gulf War. The military secretly injected soldiers with the soldier genes. The Gulf War syndrome that hundreds of thousands of returning soldiers complained about was a side effect of it.
Ha! Everyone knows that the Gulf War syndrome was caused by exposure to depleted uranium used in the anti-tank rounds.
That was just a cover story issued by the Pentagon. First they tried to say it was post-traumatic stress disorder, then chemical or biological weapons. The poison gas detection units and the anti-sarin injections, they were all just a cover-up of the secret genetic experiments.
So then, the so-called Gulf War babies that have been reported by Gulf War veterans are...
Yes, they too are our brothers and sisters.
So the Genome Soldiers mean that the experiments were a success?
Success? Don't be a fool. They're a complete failure. We are on the verge of extinction.
What?
Have you ever heard of the asymmetry theory? Nature tends to favor asymmetry. Those species which have gone extinct all show signs of symmetry. The genome soldiers suffer from the same problem. Signs of symmetry. So do I. As do you. That's right. We are all on the verge of death at the genetic level. We don't know when or what type of disease will occur. That's why we need the old man's genetic information.
You want Big Boss's DNA so you can save your family? It's very touching.
In nature, family members don't mate with each other, and yet they help each other to survive. Do you know why? It increases the chance that their genes will be passed on to a new generation. Altruism among blood relatives is a response to natural selection. It's called the selfish gene theory.
You're telling me that your genes are ordering you to save the genome soldiers?
You can't fight your genes. It's fate. All living things are born for the sole purpose of passing on their parents' genes. That's why I'll follow what my genes tell me. And then I'm going to go beyond. In order to break the curse of my heritage. And to do that, first, I will kill you. Look behind you.
Meryl!
Meryl.
Is she alive?
I'm not sure. She was alive a few hours ago. Poor girl kept calling your name.
Meryl.
Stupid woman. Falling in love with a man who doesn't even have a name.
I have a name.
No! We have no past, no future, and even if we did, it wouldn't be truly ours. You and I are just copies of our father, Big Boss.
Let Meryl go.
As soon as we've finished our business, we're almost out of time.
You're talking about Fox Die.
No. It seems now that the Pentagon knows that Metal Gear is destroyed. They've arrived at a decision. They won't even need a BDA. If you want the details, why don't you ask your precious Colonel Campbell?
Colonel, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm listening.
What is the Pentagon trying to do? Colonel, answer me.
The Secretary of Defense has taken over active control of this operation. He's on his way there by AWACS.
What for?
To bomb the place.
What?
Not only that, B-2 bombers just lifted off from Galena Air Force Base. They're carrying B-6113 surface-piercing tactical nuclear bombs.
What? Metal Gear is destroyed. Tell the Secretary of Defense.
The Secretary of Defense heard that Naomi double-crossed us, and he's worried about Fox Die. Now that there's no more danger of a nuclear strike from Metal Gear, he's going to do whatever's necessary to cover up the truth of what really happened here.
He's going to drop a nuclear bomb to vaporize all the evidence along with anyone who knows anything.
Don't worry, Snake. I'll stop the nuclear strike.
How?
I may only be a figurehead here, but I'm still officially in command of this mission. If I issue an order to delay the strike, it'll confuse the chain of command and at least buy you some time. It'll give you a chance to escape.
But, Colonel, if you do that...
It's okay, Snake. The truth is, Foxhound was already the subject of an undercover investigation. Meryl was transferred to this base just before the terrorist attack as a way of manipulating me.
Those bastards.
I'm sorry. They forced me to cooperate in exchange for her life. You better get out of there, Snake.
Are you sure? It'll be bad for you.
Don't worry. It's the least I can do for you, after all the lies.
Colonel.
I'm ordering them to cancel the bombing run. After that, there's no turning back. What? What are you doing? What?
Snake!
Mei Ling, what happened to the Colonel?
I don't believe it.
What happened?
Snake the Colonel!
Roy Campbell has been relieved of duty. This is the Secretary of Defense, Jim Houseman.
Put the Colonel back on.
He's been placed under arrest for leaking top-secret information and for the crime of high treason.
Ridiculous.
Yes, he's a ridiculous man. He truly believed that he was in command of this operation.
You bastard.
There won't be a speck of evidence left. I'm sure the President would want the same thing. president is a busy man. I have complete authority here.
How do you plan on explaining a nuclear attack on Alaska to the media?
Don't worry. We've prepared a convincing cover story. We'll simply say that the terrorists exploded a nuclear device.
Smart. You'll be murdering everyone here. The scientists, the Genome Army, everyone.
Donald, the DARPA chief, is already dead.
So, you didn't mean to kill the DARPA chief after all.
He was my friend.
And you could care less about what happens to everybody else, huh?
Well, if you give me the optic disc, I might consider saving them.
What are you talking about?
Metal Gear's test data. Donald was supposed to bring it back.
I don't have it.
I see. Oh well, that's okay. You two are an embarrassment from the 1970s. Our country's dirty little secret. You can't be allowed to live. Well, the bombs will be dropping
That's crazy,
soon,
isn't it?
and you two have a lot of catching up to do.
There we go.
Farewell.
There's no way out for us. Let's finish this before
I love
the
2.
airstrike.
2 is the only one I played before. Well, ages ago. So I played this a little while ago.
Everything for me.
But 2 was the only one I've played up to this point.
Satisfy me.
Before.
Only your
When it came out.
can
I
return
love
to
2.
me what is rightly mine. She'll make a beautiful
Same here.
sacrifice for our final
Number 3 will be the first time I play it. When I get to 3.
It'll be the time limit for our final battle. This nuclear module is
2 is
set
so
to
good.
detonate
So
at the
good.
precise moment of her
Really, really is good. Ain't kidding. Just a second.
If you win, you might still be able to save her. You could enjoy one brief moment of love before the end. If you cross this line, you fall. At this height, it will kill even you.
Give me 2 seconds, peeps. Go back. Sorry.
How about you, Snake?
How about you, Snake? Well, I can't even. Huh? Really? Come on, get up there, Snake. You're stronger than him.
Wrong, Snake! What's wrong, Snake?
You're not going to do it, surely. Oh, this is fucking painful.
Better hurry! It's going to blow! Nice shot!
He's battering me. He's beating me. There's only certain spots that he stops at. This ain't going to be a first try.
Better hurry!
There you go. You got me. Wow. Snake!
Have at you, Snake. What's wrong, Snake?
Come on.
Nice shot!
Let's go.
You're out of time!
Down that spear. We had him quite far down. Give it another attempt and then we'll see.
Have at you, Snake.
Give me 2 seconds. Sorry about that. I'm back. There we go. Oh. Thank you for the welcome back.
What's wrong, Snake?
That's a heavy hit. I can't do it. I can't do that move. I can't do that. Only he can do that move, huh? I've got no special attacks.
Have at you, Snake.
I feel like he's stronger than me. You know what I mean? Like one kick takes off like one combo from me. So if he kicks me once, that's a whole combo that I could.
What's wrong, Snake? Nice shot. You're out of time.
Jesus, really. Oh, there we go. Woohoo!
Wrong, Snake. Better hurry. It's going to blow.
There we go.
What's wrong, Snake?
There we go. We'll get him next time, I'm sure.
Have at you, Snake. Nice shot. You're out of time.
Really?
Better hurry. It's going to blow. What's wrong, Snake?
He is stronger than me. He is stronger than me. My health is like low now. Even though I had a better run at him. That is some comeback from him. He's now in the lead. That is some comeback.
Better hurry.
Shit.
Going to blow. Better hurry. It's going to blow.
That is a fucking crazy comeback.
Going to blow.
It's got to be said. That is a crazy comeback. That's the comeback of comebacks.
Have at you, Snake.
dun.
What's wrong, Snake? Nice shot! What's wrong, Snake? What's wrong, Snake? Have at you, Snake. What's wrong, Snake?
Dun, dun, dun. I don't know how my kick goes through his head sometimes. Like there's certain points where he's like in the animation, like he's immune to it. Do you know what I mean? Maybe he's blocking. That's got to be it. That's all I can think.
Shot! What's wrong, Snake?
Got to think this game come out when it came out. It's not going to be fucking as perfect, is it? You know what I mean? Well, it come out in '98. Do you know what I mean? Nearly 30 years ago.
What's wrong, Snake?
Really? Fucking hell.
Have at you, Snake.
There's some points where, as well, when my hits do land, and it's like, how has that landed?
Nice shot! You're out of time! Better hurry. It's
I'm
going.
not sure how my kick didn't land. So I don't know how my second hit didn't land, because it was literally there. Maybe I was in the wrong position.
You're out of time!
Fuck's sake. Just get up. Stop flying off the edge. I want to beat you up. See, he comes back from this. That's crazy. That's a crazy comeback.
You're out of time!
Goodbye, Liquid. Thank you for the GGs. Appreciate that. He nearly had a comeback there. When I first ever played it, I rescued Otacon. I'm just saying. That was what I did before. So I knew what I had to do this time to get a different one.
Is that you? Snake. Oh, you're alive. Thank God.
Meryl. Meryl, are you okay?
Are you okay? Is that all you can say?
Meryl, it must have been terrible.
Oh, it wasn't that bad. I didn't give in to the torture.
Torture?
And things even worse than that. I was fighting too. Just like you.
You're a strong woman.
Fighting them made me feel closer to you. I felt like you were there with me. It gave me the strength to go on. But I was scared.
I'm sorry.
Don't say that. But it made me realize something. During all the pain and shame, there was one thing I was sure of. A single hope that I held on to. And that hope kept me alive. Snake, I wanted to see you again.
Meryl. That's my Kodak.
Snake, it's me.
Otacon, good news. Meryl's okay.
All right. You saved her, man. Good job.
I got some bad news, too. We're about to be bombed.
Oh, boy. I guess we're considered expendable.
Is there a way out of here?
A way out? Yeah. You can take the loading tunnel to the surface. There's a parking garage right next to you. The tunnel leads from there to the surface.
The door in front?
No, it's a small entrance to the west of that door.
How about the security?
I just unlocked it. Who do you think you're talking to? I'll take care of security along your escape route, too.
What are you going to do?
Me? I'll stay here.
Are you crazy?
I need a little more time to take care of your escape route.
But
Unlocking the security doors is difficult work. Only I can do it.
Otacon,
Don't worry. I'm staying here. It's my own decision.
Otacon, this is a hardened shelter, but they're going to use a surface-piercing nuclear bomb. It won't hold.
I'm through regretting the past. Life isn't all about loss, you know. Snake, I'm a complete person now. I've found a reason to live.
Good. Don't die on me.
Same to you. Take care of Meryl, okay?
I will.
Okay, I gotta go. I promise I'll do something about your escape route.
Thanks.
Thanks? Well, that sounds nice.
I believe in you.
Thanks, Snake.
Let's get the hell out of here.
What about him? Where's Otacon?
He's fighting right now. With his old self. To be the man he wants to be.
He's fighting for us too?
Yeah. And I don't want it to be in vain.
Me too.
Here we are. Come on, Meryl. You didn't have to flip though.
Snake.
Meryl. It started.
I must be heavy.
Looks like we're not gonna have a love scene after all.
Looks that way. Too bad.
Let's go.
Let's get out of here.
Snake, it's freezing outside. You need some clothes.
There's my sneaking suit.
Hurry up. Hurry! Looking good, Snake.
Yeah.
Hurry! I'll drive. Damn, surveillance camera. Damn, no keys. All right, keys. I got it, Snake. Jump in. Fire that machine gun with your weapon button. Shoot him, Snake. Snake, hold on.
I love this bit. I love it.
Uh-oh, Snake. Check it.
Here they come!
We'll never make it. Snake, clear a path. Okay, Snake, let's go.
I couldn't remember that bit. I remember them driving alongside us, so I might be wrong with that.
Not out of the woods yet.
Here they come!
We'll never make it. Snake, clear a path. You did it, Snake.
quite yet. Liquid!
I'm nearly dead.
Look, Snake, daylight. We're gonna crash.
There we are.
Meryl. Are you okay?
Yeah, just a little shook up.
Meryl, can you move?
It's no good. I can't move.
What happened to Liquid?
I can't see him either.
Liquid's dead. Uh-oh.
Snake! Snake!
Fox die, can you believe it? That's what got him. Thank you for the GGs, appreciate it.
If he's dead, that means...
Don't say it, Snake.
What happened to the air raid? No stealth bombers in sight.
Snake, can you hear me?
Colonel.
Are you okay?
Colonel, what happened?
The Secretary of Defense has been arrested. Early retirement.
Arrested?
I was able to get into contact with the President. Metal Gear, the training exercise, all of it. It was all the Secretary of Defense acting alone.
Acting alone? What happened to the air raid and the nuclear strike?
The orders were rescinded. The F-117s and the B-2 Spirits have returned to the base. Once again, I have complete authority over this operation.
I see.
Washington isn't stupid enough to use nukes to cover up a few secrets.
I wonder about that.
In any case, the danger's over. Thanks, Snake.
Colonel, you can rest easy. Meryl's fine.
Really? Thanks. Thank you, Snake.
She's fine. She's fine.
I'm sorry, I
She's
kept a lot of
fine.
things from
She's
you.
fine.
It's okay, Colonel.
Snake, I'm not a colonel.
Oh, that's right.
I've got a present for you. There's a snowmobile close to you. Mei Ling saw it on the satellite photos. This time of year, the glaciers are pretty calm. You should be able to ride right out of there. I'll bet the boys at the DIA and the NSA never expected you to come home alive.
Me neither. I better not show my face around here.
No danger of that. You two officially died after your Jeep sank into the ocean.
That's not too far from the truth.
Also, there's a helicopter waiting for you on Fox Island.
Dr. Hal Emmerich should be somewhere on the base. I want someone to bring him in.
I understand. Leave it to me.
Okay, Roy. Are you gonna be okay?
Don't worry. I've got an insurance policy. A hard copy of all Mei Ling's data. As long as I've got that, you, me, and Mei Ling will be fine.
The battery on these nanomachines will run out soon. They won't be able to follow us.
I guess we won't meet again.
Don't worry. I'll pay you a visit sometime.
Really? I look forward to that.
Roy, just tell me one thing. What? About Fox Die.
Meryl will be fine. She wasn't included in his programming.
What about me? It killed Liquid.
Naomi said that she wants to talk to you face to face about that.
How is she?
Don't worry.
Let's
Mei
see.
Ling is with her right now. I'm switching over to Naomi.
Snake, it's me.
Naomi,
I heard about my brother.
I'm sorry. But he had one last message he wanted to say to you. He told me to tell you to forget about him and to go on with your own life.
Frankie said that?
Yeah. He also said he'll always love you.
Oh,
Naomi, your brother just saved you, me, and the whole world. He fought with every ounce of strength in his body.
Maybe. Maybe now he's finally found some peace.
yeah.
He wasn't really my brother anymore. Ever since he fought with you in Zanzibar, he's been like a ghost. A ghost looking for a place to die.
Naomi, Liquid died from Fox Die too. What about me? When am I gonna go?
That's up to you.
What do you mean?
Everybody dies when their time is up.
Yeah, so when's mine up?
It's up to you how you use the time left to you. Live, Snake. That's all I can say to you.
Alright, so this is going to be different.
Each person is born with their fate written into their own genetic code. It's unchangeable, immutable. But that's not all there is to life. I finally realized that. I told you before the reason that I was interested in genes and DNA. Because I wanted to know who I was, where I came from. I thought that if I analyzed my DNA, I could find out who I was, who my parents were. And I thought that if I knew that, then I'd know what path I should take in life. But I was wrong. I didn't find anything. I didn't learn anything. Just like with the genome soldiers, you can input all the genetic information, but that doesn't make them into the strongest soldiers. The most we can say about DNA is that it governs a person's potential strengths, potential destiny. You mustn't allow yourself to be chained to fate, to be ruled by your genes. Humans can choose the type of life they want to live. Snake, Whether or not you're in the Fox-Die program isn't important. The important thing is that you choose life. And then live. Don't you think, Snake? Don't worry. I'm going to choose life too. Until today, I've always looked for a reason to live. From here on, I'm going to just live.
That's good. Such a wholesome ending.
Genes exist to pass down our hopes and dreams for the future through our children. Living is a link to the future. That's how all life works. Loving each other, teaching each other. That's how we can change the world. I finally realized it. The true meaning of life. Thank you, Snake.
Talk about it, peeps. We're back.
Look, I found this.
What's that?
Let's keep it as a reminder.
Of what? A reminder of a successful mission? Or the first time we met?
A reminder of how to live.
Huh?
Until today, I've lived only for myself. Survival has been the only thing I cared about in my life.
That's not just you. That's how everyone is.
I only felt truly alive when I was staring death in the face. I don't know. Maybe it's written into my genes.
What about now? What do your genes say about your future now?
Maybe it's time I live for someone else.
Someone else?
Yeah. Someone like you. Maybe that's the real way to live.
Such a beautiful ending.
So, where to, Snake?
David. My name's David.
Okay. So where to, Dave?
I think it's time we look for a new path in life.
A new path?
A new purpose.
Will we find it?
We'll find it. I know we'll find it.
What are those?
Caribou. Through the Aleutians, the caribou is a symbol of life. It'll be spring here soon.
For us too?
Yeah. Spring brings new life to everything. It's a time for hope. I've lived here a long time. Alaska has never looked more beautiful. The sky, the sea, the caribou, most of all, you.
I think I'm gonna like this new life.
Come on. Let's enjoy life.
In the 1980s, there were more than 60,000 nuclear warheads in the world at all times. The total destructive power haunted. Okay, cool. In January 1983, Start 2 was signed as the United States and Russia agreed to reduce the numbers of deployed 3,000 and 3,500. And there we have it. We did it. Let's go. Victory. We did it. Yeah. So, do we score it? 10 categories? Oh, 5 categories. Music, art, gameplay, control, story. Story is a 10. I think it's really deep, really deep. Yeah, there's a lot of realistic story. You know, it's a very good storytelling, and I like the way it's kind of directed as well. Art, I will give a 5. I don't think it's aged great art-wise. It's not the I like when it's in the codec and you can see their faces, but other than that, it's not the clearest of games. But that's my take on that. Music's a 10. You know what? It's hard to play a game without a 10 music. But yeah, 10 for the music. Controls. Yeah, you can change the controls and all that, so it's not too bad. That's a 10. You can do remapping and stuff. No, you can't remap, but this game came out before that sort of thing was possible. So I think it was. What is it with the controls? I think you can remap it in the game, in the collection itself. So that's not too bad if I wanted to do that. So I'm going to give that. I'll give that a 7 because it's not actually in the game. It's actually in the collection. Gameplay. There's certain points where it's like you got to remember it came out in '98. I feel bad for saying it, but it's not like the best controlled game. It's not better than 2. That's for sure. Number 2 is so much better made. Like it's bad to kind of compare it to that though, because of different eras. But like when you're trying to choke someone out or anything, you've got to be real like. It doesn't make sense sometimes because you feel like the hit should land and it doesn't land. But that's just me. That might just be me. That might be a me problem. But there you go. Great game. Great game. I love it anyway. I'm going to give that. But we're still going to give it an 8 because the rest of the game is fantastic, and like the stealth and the boss fights are great. I love the boss fights, but I think 8 is fair. There you go. But I'll shut up for now. Thank you, Hideo Kojima. I'm going to revise what I said about the art style. I'm going to get that to an 8 because it's got the charm to it. I gave it a 5. That was way too low. 8 is definitely the one. Sorry, I'm back.
You mustn't allow yourself to be chained to fate, to be ruled by your genes. Humans can choose the type of life they want to live. The important thing is that you choose life, and then live.
Metal Gear Solid. Let's go.
The entire unit was wiped out. Those two are still alive. The Vector? Yes, sir. Fox Die should become activated soon. Right on schedule. Yes, sir. I recovered all of Rex's dummy warhead data. No, sir. My cover is intact. Nobody knows who I really am. Yes, the DARPA chief knew my identity, but he's been disposed of. Yes, Inferior One was the winner after all. That's right. Until the very end, Liquid thought he was the Inferior One. Yes, sir, I agree completely. It takes a well-balanced individual such as yourself to rule the world. No, sir. No one knows that you were the third one, Solidus. What should I do?
Solidus.
Yes, sir. I'll keep her under surveillance. Yes. Thank you. Goodbye. Mr. President.
Mr. President. Who's Solidus, Snake? Or Solidus? There we go. What are we saying? Saves 19, continues 99. Wow, we're close to 100. Literally one off 100. Being found 71 times, 89 enemies. Running used 113. Yeah, we've got the thing. Bandana and camera. Yes. Let's go. Decked out. There we go. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Yeah, so now what we're going to be doing next. So let's talk about what we're going to be playing next before we raid out. And yeah, maybe actually let's have a look at the VR mission because we've not done one of those before we do anything else. Previous operations, Metal Gear Solid, Metal Gear 2, Solid Snake. VR training. But I don't have VR, do I? Let's try this one. We'll do this once. Training mode, stage 1. Head for the goal while avoiding the enemy soldiers. Training ends if you are seen. Exit. Okay, we did what we wanted. Let's go. Okay. What else is there? Briefing. What else is there to read? Should we watch the briefing? We'll watch the briefing.
you want from me?
I just invited you here so we could have a talk.
Invited? That's what you call sending armed soldiers after me?
Sorry if they were a little rough with you. But we've got a serious situation here. Only you can get us out of it.
I'm retired from Foxhound. You're not my commander anymore, and I don't have to take orders from you or anyone else.
You will take these orders. I know it.
Excuse me.
Who's this?
Dr. Naomi Hunter. She's chief of Foxhound's medical staff, and an expert in gene therapy.
Are you military?
No, civilian. I've been sent here from ATGC. Pleasure to meet you, Snake. Don't worry, this injection won't hurt a bit.
What's the shot for?
What's wrong? You don't like shots?
Snake, listen up. It all went down 5 hours ago. Heavily armed soldiers occupied Shadow Moses Island, a remote island off the coast of Alaska.
What soldiers?
Next Generation Special Forces, led by members of Unit Foxhound. They've presented Washington with a single demand, and they say that if it isn't met, they'll launch a nuclear weapon.
A nuclear weapon?
I'm afraid so. You see, the island is the site of a secret nuclear weapons disposal facility.
Foxhound hijacking a nuclear weapon?
Now you understand how serious the situation is. You'll have 2 mission objectives. First, you're to rescue the DARPA chief, Donald Anderson, and the president of ArmsTech, Kenneth Baker. They're both being held as hostages.
Those are some heavy-duty hostages.
Secondly, you're to investigate whether or not the terrorists have the ability to launch a nuclear strike, and stop them if they do. Any questions, Snake?
Questions? I haven't even said whether I'd accept this mission.
Well, you can make up your mind after you hear more about the situation.
Colonel, I don't work for the government anymore. Let me go back to Twin Lakes.
Why, Snake? Is your life in Alaska all that great?
There's a dog sled race this week. Next Saturday, I have to be in Anchorage.
The Iditarod? The longest sled race in the world? When did you become a dog musher?
Right now, my 50 huskies are my only family. I've got to take care of them.
Don't worry about your dogs.
What do you mean?
I'm sorry, Snake, but this vessel is headed for the Bering Sea. There's no room for debate.
I told you, even if I do owe you, I don't owe anything to this army or this country.
You will accept this assignment.
Why should I be stupid enough to do that? I'm no patriot.
Snake, there's enough dirt in your file from your days as an agent to keep you in the stockade until you're a very old man.
Oh, I see. Blackmail.
No, Snake. I prefer to look at it as helping you come to a decision more easily. But anyway, I know you better than that. You'd take this assignment even without the threat.
Why do you say that?
You're a natural-born soldier. You're not the grow old gracefully type. It's the same for all of us who've seen real action. The only place we can feel truly alive is on the battlefield. I'm a soldier too. I know those feelings of powerlessness, frustration that you feel every day. You've tried to play the Boy Scout out there in Alaska, but you can't race dogs in the snow forever. Why don't you come back to us and be a soldier again?
You think my life is some kind of a joke?
Snake, I just want to give you back your purpose in life.
Colonel, who are you speaking for?
Naturally, I'm representing the U.S. government.
So who's in supervisory control of this operation?
The President of the United States.
Which means that the President must be meeting with his top aides in the map room about now, huh?
No, at this point they're still video conferencing with each other.
If that's a real nuclear warhead, shouldn't they issue a COG?
Not yet. The Secretary of Defense has operational control and is fully aware of the situation. After you infiltrate, if you determine they possess nuclear launch capabilities, a COG will be issued.
Well, if they haven't relocated to the nuclear shelter under Mount Washington, I suppose there isn't that much reason to worry yet. Is the National Security Agency in on this?
Yes. So is the DIA, the Defense Intelligence Agency.
The DIA? I'm starting to get a bad feeling about this.
They'll be sending us some support.
We don't need desk jockeys. We need a nuclear weapons specialist.
Of course. A nuclear weapons specialist has already been assigned to us.
We need backup from a specialist. I'm just an amateur when it comes to nuclear weapons.
I know. That's why I've requested the assistance of a military analyst named Nastasha Romanenko. She'll be providing you backup by codec.
A female analyst?
She's built up an impressive record as an advisor for the Nuclear Emergency Search Team. Contact her if you have any questions. She's also an expert on high-tech weapons.
Where's she working from?
At her home in Los Angeles.
California. Seems like 1,000,000 miles away. Colonel, you're retired. Why are you involved in this?
Because there aren't many people who know Foxhound as well as I do.
Is that really the only reason?
I've been soldiering for a long time. I don't know anything else. I guess even though I'm getting a little old, I still love to be in the field.
Colonel, you're a lousy liar. Tell me the real reason.
Okay, Snake. Sorry. I'll be frank. A person very dear to me is being held hostage.
Who is it?
My niece, Meryl.
What was your niece doing here?
Several soldiers were reported missing the day of the revolt. And my niece was one of those called in as an emergency replacement.
She looks like you.
She's my little brother's girl. He died in the Gulf War, and since then I've been watching after her.
A personal motive, Colonel. That's not very soldierly.
I'm retired. I'm just an old man now. And I'm your friend.
Since when are we friends?
I've thought of us as friends since the fall of Zanzibar.
With my personality, I don't have too many friends.
That's what I trust about you. It's what makes you human. Please, Snake. Save my niece, Meryl.
All right. But I have 2 conditions.
Name them.
1, no more secrets between us. I want complete disclosure at all times. And 2, I'll only accept orders directly from you, Colonel. No cutoffs involved, okay?
Agreed. That's why I was called. But one thing.
What?
I'm not a colonel anymore. Just a retired old warhorse.
I understand, Colonel.
So yeah, that's kind of like the background of the game. This was the briefing and the briefing to tapes. Yeah, so this was how we got the mission to do what we did in the game. So yeah, I've never watched all of these before, so that's what I'm watching now. There you go.
That doctor, is she part of this operation too?
She was in charge of Foxhound's gene therapy. She knows more about those men than anyone else.
You mean you've seen them naked?
Make no mistake, I'm not a nurse. I'm a scientist.
By the way, what was that injection for?
It's a combination of nanomachines and an anti-freezing peptide so that your blood and other bodily fluids don't freeze, even at subarctic temperatures.
Nanomachines?
Not just one kind, either. There are different types which will replenish the supply of adrenaline, nutrition, and sugar in your bloodstream.
Now I don't have to worry about food.
I also put some nootropics in there.
Say what?
Nootropics. A class of drugs which will help improve your mental functioning.
It'll make me smarter, huh? Anything else?
Yes. Benzedrine. It's a type of stimulant. It'll keep you alert and responsive for 12 straight hours.
That was quite a cocktail. Anything else in there?
Those nanomachines will also keep your Codex batteries charged up.
I guess I can call you when I'm ready to go on a diet.
You're welcome.
Tell me about the nuclear weapon disposal facility.
The disposal facility includes a hardened underground base. Even with our most advanced intelligence gathering equipment, we can't tell what's happening inside.
So someone needs to penetrate, gather intelligence, and report back. Sounds like a spy movie. What's the insertion method?
Well, an air insertion is impossible.
Not with this storm going on.
We'll approach the disposal facility by sub.
Approach?
Yes, within a few miles of it. The facility is equipped with sonar detection capabilities. They'd be able to hear our engine or propeller noise.
And then?
We'll launch a one-man SDV.
Launch?
Same as a torpedo, only this has no propulsion device of its own. After the SDV gets as close as it can, dispose of it. From there on, you'll have to swim.
You want me to swim in sub-zero Alaskan water?
Don't worry. That suit represents the latest advances in polythermal technology. The nuclear weapons disposal facility covers the whole island. I'll instruct you by codec after you reach your target.
Anyone going with me?
As usual, this is a one-man infiltration mission.
Weapons and equipment OSP?
Yes. This is a top-secret black op. Don't expect any official support.
What's the time limit?
24 hours. They say they'll launch after 24 hours.
Do they say what the target will be?
So far, they haven't mentioned the target.
When did the countdown start?
5 hours ago.
Chief of DARPA and the president of an arms manufacturing company. What business did they have at a nuclear weapons disposal facility?
The truth is that secret exercises were being conducted at the time the terrorist group attacked.
Must be extremely important exercises if those two were directly involved. Were they testing some kind of new advanced weapon?
I'm not privy to that information.
Do we know exactly where they're being held?
The DARPA chief has also been injected with a mini-transmitter. As you get closer, you should be able to pick up his location on your radar.
Do they really have the ability to launch a nuclear missile?
They say they do. They even gave us the serial number of the warhead they plan to use.
Was the number confirmed?
I'm afraid so. At the very least, they've got their hands on a real nuclear warhead.
Isn't there some kind of safety device to prevent this type of terrorism?
Yes. Every missile and warhead in our arsenal is equipped with a PAL, which uses a discrete detonation code.
PAL.
Permissive Action Link. The safety control system built into all nuclear weapons systems. But even so, we can't rest easy.
Why not?
Because the DARPA chief knows the detonation code.
But even if they have a nuclear warhead, it must have been removed from its missile. All the missiles on these disposal sites are supposed to be dismantled. It's not that easy to get your hands on an ICBM.
That used to be true. But since the end of the Cold War, you can get anything if you have enough money and the right connections.
How well armed are these terrorists? I know there was an exercise going on at the time they revolted.
They're heavily armed, I'm afraid.
What about their battle experience?
The 6 members of Foxhound in charge are all hardened veterans. They're tough enough to eat nails and ask for seconds.
I wouldn't expect anything less from Foxhound.
The others are next-generation special forces. They're not your average grunts either.
So what exactly are they demanding?
A person's remains.
Remains?
That's right. To be more accurate, cell specimens which contain the individual's genomic information.
Cell specimens? Why would they want that?
The terrorists need them. You see, these next-generation special forces have been strengthened through gene therapy.
Strengthened?
You've heard of the Human Genome Project. They've been mapping the human genome, and they're nearly finished. Following up on this research, the military has been working towards identifying those genes which are responsible for making effective soldiers.
There are genes that do that?
Yes. And using gene therapy, they're able to transplant those genes into regular soldiers.
Gene therapy?
I'll explain this part. With gene therapy, we can remove those genes which we know may lead to sickness or disease, and at the same time splice in genes with beneficial effects, such as resistance to cancer, for example.
In other words, we can overcome all sorts of genetic diseases, and at the same time add genetic characteristics as desired.
Okay. And so if you knew what genes were responsible for making the perfect soldier, you could implant them in the same way, right?
Yes, we could.
But it all depends on being able to isolate and identify those soldier genes.
And in order to do that, it's helpful if you can study the genomic information of one of the greatest soldiers ever.
One of the greatest soldiers ever?
The man they call the greatest warrior of the 20th century.
You don't mean Big Boss.
That's right. We've been working feverishly to identify the genes responsible for his incredible combat skill. So far, we've discovered about 60 of the so-called soldier genes.
So his body was recovered after all.
Yes, and his cells have remained frozen in a cryo chamber. His genomic information is a priceless treasure to mankind.
Priceless to the military, perhaps.
His body was burned severely, but it was possible to restore his DNA profile from just a single strand of his hair.
You people are amazing. And then you're gonna transplant those genes into soldiers?
Yes. We'll use a process that I discovered called gene targeting. The strongest soldiers don't become what they are by acquiring their skills through training or experience. We now know that hereditary factors are far more crucial for creating superior soldiers.
Snake, we can't give them his body. It's potentially more dangerous than all the nuclear warheads on that island put together.
I hear the terrorists are calling themselves the Sons of Big Boss.
The Sons of Big Boss.
The Sons of Big Boss.
me about these next generation.
These tapes are very interesting.
They started out as an anti-terrorist special ops unit, made up of former members of biochem units, technical escort units, and the nuclear emergency search team. Their purpose was to respond to threats involving next-generation weapons of mass destruction, including NBC weapons.
Until they were added, that is.
Who's they?
These guys didn't start out as regular army.
Looks like a pretty international group. Mercenaries?
Yeah, and it gets worse. Most of them were from a merc agency that I think you're familiar with. They were part of Big Boss's private guard. And after Big Boss went down, the military just bought out all their contracts.
Outer heaven.
After that, they were merged with our own VR unit, Force 21, and retrained.
But Squidge doesn't have VR. Stop. Squidge doesn't have VR.
Soldiers. They have no real battle experience.
Video game players, huh?
Don't forget they've all been strengthened with gene therapy. They carry genes which make them excellent soldiers. Don't get careless just because they don't have much experience.
I thought using genetically modified soldiers was prohibited by international law.
Yes, but those are just declarations, not actual treaties.
The interesting thing is that nearly every member of the unit conspired in this attack.
How could an entire unit be subverted to rebellion?
They're calling it a revolution.
Since they all went through the same gene therapy, they probably felt closer than brothers. They see the unit as their only family.
The sons of Big Boss.
Never.
But if they were regular army, they must have been interviewed periodically by army counselors.
According to their files, they all got straight A's on their psychological tests. They all seemed like fine, upstanding, patriotic soldiers.
But they all took part in the uprising?
No. Several people didn't show up on the day of the exercise. That's why there was a resupply of troops.
Was there any sign recently that something might be wrong?
There was a report a month ago that they were acting strangely.
Apparently they consulted classified information about the soldier genes and performed their own gene therapy experiments.
They can do that even without you?
Well, our gene therapy process is almost completely automated. And besides that, they're all geniuses with IQs over 180.
Even the existence of this genome army is a national secret of the highest order. We've been hoping to investigate this thing quietly and deal with it behind closed doors.
I think there's like 10 minutes of tapes left.
High-tech Special Forces Unit Foxhound. Your former unit, and one that I was a commander of. An elite group combining firepower and expertise. They're every bit as good as when I was commanding them.
So they're still around.
There are 6 members of Foxhound involved in this terrorist activity. Psycho Mantis, with his powerful psychic abilities. Sniper Wolf, the beautiful and deadly sharpshooter. Decoy Octopus, master of disguise. Vulcan Raven, giant and shaman. And Revolver Ocelot, specialist in interrogation and a formidable gunfighter.
Looks like a lovely bunch of folks. Too bad we'll be meeting under these circumstances.
And finally, in charge of them, Foxhound squad leader, Liquid Snake.
Liquid Snake?
Yes. And you're the only person who can stand against him.
Started rewatching what from the start.
Liquid Snake.
Liquid Snake. The man with the same code name as you.
Tell me what you know.
He fought in the Gulf War as a teenager, the youngest person in the SAS. His job was to track down and destroy mobile Scud missile launching platforms. You were there too, I believe. Didn't you infiltrate Western Iraq with a platoon of Green Berets?
I was just a kid myself back then.
The details are classified, but it seems that originally he He penetrated the Middle East as a sleeper for the SIS.
He was a spy for the British Secret Intelligence Service?
But he never once showed his face in Century House. He was taken prisoner in Iraq, and after that there was no trace of him for several years. After you retired, he was rescued and became a member of Foxhound.
I thought that by the time I left, they were no longer using code names.
I don't know his real name. That information is so highly classified that even I can't look at it. Here's a photo of him. Pretty shocking, huh? His skin tone is different, but otherwise you two are exact duplicates.
I have a twin?
I don't know the details, but it seems so. That's why we really need you for this mission.
You're the only one who can beat him. Now that I've met you, I know. You've got something that he doesn't. I can see it in your eyes.
Why don't I find that thought more comforting? I need to borrow your scissors.
What are you going to do?
Don't worry, I'm just gonna clean myself up a little.
Huh?
I don't want to be mistaken for the leader of the terrorists.
There you go. That's the first time I watched all the briefings. There you go. That's the game. What a game. What a game. So, let's talk about what we're going to be doing next. It's going to be Tomb Raider 2. That's what we're going to be playing next. And yeah, that's going to be awesome. Yeah. Let's turn this off. Yeah, we're going to be playing Tomb Raider 2. That'll be the next game. I'm not sure when we're going to be starting that. Maybe tomorrow night. Hopefully I can get Tomb Raider 2 and the extension pack. Hopefully I can get that beaten before Friday. That is the aim. So I'd like to get that done before Friday. Because then from Friday, it's going to be... I'll have my daughter down. So I don't know if I'm going to be about after that. Like I say, Tomb Raider 2 will probably be beaten before that. If all goes to plan. Yeah, thank you so much for being here. I'm going to make the VODs in a bit. Yeah, so that's that. Yeah, great game. What a great game. Let's find something to raid. I think we've got the target already. We're just going to go raid out now. We're going to go raid Wiggs. Wiggs is currently playing Sekiro, so if you have got, so if you do have the emotes, spam them in his chat. Good friend of mine, IRL, and please consider giving him a follow. Raid message is simple. Lemon Seals Raid if you have the emotes. If you don't, then it's just hashtag Lemon Seals Raid is enough. But yeah, let's thank you guys properly. Thank you to all the amazing mods that were here today. We had Big Hard Wolf, Squidge, Cage, Cuppy, and also Big Bad Hard Wolf. Did I say Big Hard Wolf already? I think so. Yeah, so we're going to go right there now. Thank you so much for the love and support. Thanks for keeping me company. Thank you to the VIPs, lurkers, talkers, and everything in between. You've been amazing. I've been Lemon Seals. We are out of here. We are out of here. Thank you very much. Take care. Love you. Bye. Love you. Bye. Bye. Oh, expect VODs tonight. Alright, love you. Bye.